Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you inside North Bay Memorial Gardens for the first game at home here for the North Bay U18 Trappers as they're taking on the North Bay U16 Trappers. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by the co-host of Goalie Resiliency, Dr. Rob Graham. And Doc, how are things looking for our first game here today for the U18 and U16 Trappers?
Well, Courtney, it's a real honor to be here with you. I'm really excited about this game. We have two teams. We have our young Trapper team that's coming off a 5-2 loss to Sudbury. And then we have our U18 AAA team that squeaked out a 2-1 victory over the Cubs. So, yeah, Coach Mancini has told me that he's going to be unleashing the hound. So the U16 Trappers, he hopes that they can play on their toes and they can utilize some of their speed. I'd be looking for them to have a really strong forecheck and putting pressure on our U18 AAA team. On the other hand, we look at Coach Josh Dale, who's just getting to know his team, and his team is getting to know him. Coach Dale believes that our U18 AAA team can play 5-on-5 with any team, and at the heart of his message to the boys is to play with discipline.
Well, with a line that I'm looking at right here, like Siegel, Brunton, and Lockhart, those guys really jump off the page. You talk about playing 5-on-5 with anyone, that's a line that's going to drive this team for sure. Logan Coates looks to be getting the start, I believe, in net as Carson Ruddy is injured. But, he's no slouch either in net. And then just a fun little antidote. Bruce Laurent in net. I got a text the other day that made me feel incredibly old. My former music teacher, Marla Sundstrom, texted me saying, "Are you doing the Trappers games?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, my son Bruce is going to be the goalie for the U16 team." I said, "He was born when I was in grade 9.
Well, but you don't look a day over 42.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. And speaking of goaltending, I always put it out there. I'm very goalie biased. Having an opportunity to be on the ice weekly with our U18 AAA goalies. I also had an opportunity to work with battalion goalie coach Nate McDonald and our AAA goalies this summer, and Grayson Joseph, who's one of the goalies for the U16, a really speedy, very quick goalie. He's not starting today, but it's going to be a great matchup. I do think, though, Courtney, that, for our U18 AAA boys, there's a little bit more pressure on them. I think for the U16 team, they're expected to, they're not necessarily expected to beat the older team. And so I think that, for our U18 team, there's a little more added pressure, and it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, the last time I was doing games in this league heavily, the U18 Trappers were by far and away one of the best teams. I mean, they won the league championship that year in the Sault Ste. Marie. But yeah, usually when you see the U16 and U18 Trapper teams or U16 and U18 teams line up against each other in general, you always kind of give the edge to the older team. And we'll have to see if that proves to be the fact today, as Josh Dale's looking for his second head coaching win as well. So, obviously the Powassan Voodoo's near and dear to my heart. Good to see him get his first win overall in this weekend. And like you said, he's just getting used to this team as we're just getting ready for the players to come out on the ice now.
Well, you made an interesting point about Coach Josh's connection with the Voodoos, and I had an opportunity to work with Josh when I was the goalie coach for the Powassan Voodoos, and I know that he's really excited to have that kind of camaraderie and that kind of pipeline with that junior A team, and I think that relationship is going to be an important one going forward for the U18 AAA team.
Yeah, that's one thing that he's been very adamant about since taking the job with the U18 Trappers, is that, you know, this pipeline to Powassan is still going to be a big proponent of it. He's working closely with head coach Peter Goulet, and, you know, Vitaly Yachmanev was one of the coaches on this team last year, and now he's with the Voodoos as well. So the pipeline keeps on going, and as you mentioned, you know, a lot of these goalies have aspirations of going to the next level, and how big is it for them to be playing on the ice here that the North Bay Battalion and the OHL call home. We are going to have a little bit of an opening ceremony as well, too, as we're just going to go down to Mike Brito at ice level.
Between the North Bay U16 and U18 Trappers. We'll introduce the North Bay U18 Trappers roster today. Number 29, Owen Maroon. Number 72, Logan Coates. Number 7, Michael Depp. Number 11, Preston Sagan Hutchinson. Number 22, Carter Bachman. Number 27, C. Proctor. Number 83, Aiden Harry. Number 8, Colin Paquette. Number 10, Michael Hulker. Number 12, Scott Siegel. Number 17, Barney Gassar. Number 19, Alexander Stroini. Number 51, Matthias Moore. Number 68, Cameron Lockhart. Number 18, Liam Skarkovic. Now your leadership group for this year, assistant captain, number 16, Ben Brooklyn. Assistant captain, number 93, Owen Head. Assistant captain, number 98, Tyler Brunet. And your captain, number 76, Jackson Dunn. Not dressed for today's game, number 29, Carson Ruddy. And number 96, Noah Cosmic. Coaching staff, assistant coach John Story. Assistant coach Darren Siegel. Team trainer Cam Culver. Assistant trainer Zach Hunter. Scout Van Niles. And head coach Josh Dale. The U18 AAA North Bay Trappers want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional territory of the Nipissing First Nation that have cared for these lands since time immemorial. Thank you for joining us to recognize National Day for Truth and Reconciliation and Orange Shirt Day. Orange Shirt Day is a significant day of remembrance that honors the Indigenous children who were taken from their families and sent to residential schools. The name Orange Shirt Day comes from a survivor named Phyllis Webstead. Phyllis was 6 years old and her grandmother bought her a new orange shirt for her first day of school. However, upon arriving at the residential school, Kobe Gravel, and U18 captain Jackson Cohen, please come to stand up for ceremonial puck drop. We'd like to welcome Nipissing First Nation Chief Kathleen Belfay Stevens and her daughter Karen Bennett for the puck drop. Please rise if able and remove your hats and join ABS Sergeant Chantal Laurent for the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front essaie de fleurs glorieux, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada,
All right, after that opening ceremony here at Memorial Gardens, we're just about ready for puck drop. Courtney Kennedy, once again, pleased to be joined by Dr. Rob Graham here in the booth for the U18 North Bay AAA Trappers against the U16 North Bay AAA Trappers. If we get a little bit confused during the call, well, you'll have to bear with us on that one.
Yeah, and our starting goalies today, Courtney, and I put it out there all the time, I definitely have a strong bias to our goalies, but we have the lefty Bruce Laurent in goal for our U16 AAA team, and then we've got the nickname I've affectionately given to Logan Coates, Pad Boy, who has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder this year and has something to prove, and we have some big expectations for Pad Boy this year.
Well, I'm quite the goalie, not play-wise aficionado, but I definitely love the position. Best position in sports, in my opinion. So it's going to be an exciting one here today. Like I said, I feel a little bit old watching Bruce Laurent in net and Logan Coates. He's been fun to watch the last couple of years, and like you said, chip on his shoulder. We'll have to see how things go. Of course, these starting lineups graciously provided to us by our wonderful friends at Gateway Clubhouse Golf in North Bay. And we're underway for this U16 U18 Trappers matchup. The U16 team and the Road Whites are going left to right. The U18 teams in their home Reds are going right to left to start this one. As LaFontaine deep into his own zone in the corner, he skates around one hit and he tries to chip the puck out of the zone, which is kept in by the Trappers, but only momentarily as the U18 Trappers throw the puck back in. Now playing along in their own zone, the Trappers turn things around. And up the ice they go. The U16 team is chipped in on Coates. Coates plays the puck and it's given back. Shot on net. Might have been blocked in front. And now a big hit is just leveled on the half wall in the U18 zone. Going the other way, Moore turns around, stops up, takes the shot, and Laurent with the save on that one. Puck back to the point. Moore taken hard into the boards from behind, but he gets the puck, makes the play. Now another hit, and loosens the puck. And the U16 Trappers are going the other way. Thrown in, Coates plays the puck behind his net. Leaves it for his man. Going the other way now. Siegel tried to get the puck down the ice, couldn't. And now he does. He's in deep, right at the side of the net. Out front, good chance there for the U18 Trappers, but they fanned on the chance. That's Brunton. Now Siegel Back to his man. That's Lockhart. Battling for possession. Gets it back to the point. Shot on net. Segan Hutchison, and he couldn't quite get it through traffic. Now Brunton right back on the attack. Skates the puck in. Sharp angle chance there. Laurent with the save. Tried to cover it up. The rebound came loose. Puck down the other way for the U16 Trappers, I should say. And that'll roll all the way for icing. And we'll get a stoppage of play here. Just under 2 minutes gone in the first period.
Well, you've already mentioned Benny Brunton's name, and Benny Brunton is a player this year, I think, Courtney, that also has something to prove. He felt fairly slighted last year in the OHL draft, and I know there's some big expectations. Benny has a very high hockey IQ and a high hockey skill, so I know that the coaching staff has some high expectations, and I know Benny has some high expectations for himself as well.
Well, he had a good first shift here on his quote-unquote home ice, although they are splitting time between here and the Powassan Sportsplex, like usual for the U18 Trappers. But today they've opened up here at North Bay Memorial Gardens. Puck back to the point, flutters in, goes into the corner. U16 with possession now. Going the other way with some speed, that's Owen Smith. He still has the puck, but it's finally stripped away from him, and then the puck rolls in almost rather dangerously on Coates from his own teammate there.
Also, I think noteworthy as well, Courtney, is our U18 AAA team has a couple of North Bay Battalion draft picks in Aiden Bahari and Cam Lockhart. So they do have a little bit of a veteran presence that the U16 AAA teams certainly will be missing.
Well, we've seen some successful players come through here that have played for the battalion, most notably Mike McIver, who's currently the goaltender for the battalion. He has a perfect save percentage on the year already with a nice shutout in the first game against the Peterborough Petes. Burnett now gets the puck down the ice. And the U16 Trappers regroup. Try to get out of their zone, but it's picked up by the U18 Trappers. Flipped right back into the neutral zone. Kicked at, though. And then a big hit leveled. There will be a delayed penalty on that as Aiden Bahari is going to go to the box as he took down Grady Dale pretty hard. And we got some rough stuff after the whistle. I have to imagine most of these kids probably know each other at this age group. So, especially being on two North Bay teams, that the familiarity is definitely going to be there.
Yeah, and we mentioned it at the onset of the telecast, Courtney, that one of the keys that Coach Josh Dale wants to instill in his team is discipline in all elements of the game. And right there, Aiden, I think, would want that kind of what I'll call undisciplined and loose pass that he made, and then maybe that undisciplined hit. So discipline is a key, and the other thing that Coach Dale is really working hard on is his penalty kill. So we'll look to see how they do on the penalty kill.
Well, they have a double minor right now, so we'll have to see, like you said, how they do, as they'll have 4 minutes or less on the clock. Right now, Burnett back at the line with the puck. Sends it in deep. Back to Burnett at the point, unleashes a shot. Good save there by Coates. Another chance now as the U16 Trappers set up. Smith walks in, goes cross ice, another chance right from the slot. Coates had to be sharp on that one. Now more physical play in the corner as the U18 Trappers try to get away with it, but they get the puck back. That's the U16 Trappers, I should say. Get it back to the half wall. Smith walks in. Smith takes the shot, kicked out by Coates, and rebound chance. He had to be sharp with the stick on that one as the puck did sit there in the blue paint for a few moments. Dale back to the point. Burnett keeps it in. A minute gone on the penalty play already. Shot in on Coates. Coates with the save. And now the puck just sitting there again, but it's back to Burnett. Burnett sends it right back in. Tipped on net. Coates with the save. Back out front. Back to Burnett. Now at the point. Another chance. It's blocked by the Trappers, who send their man in. It's a 2-on-0. Walking in. Backhand pass. Big save by Laurent. And now the net comes off its mooring as the Trappers, the U18 Trappers players, not very happy about that one, as they had a pretty good chance there. That's Liam Starovic, and tried to break a stick over his knee after that one.
Well, Courtney, you being goalie-centric, right there they always say your best penalty killer is your goalie, and I'll have to say that Logan Coates actually demonstrated that. You know, Coach Mancini is kind of releasing the hounds. He wants his boys to play on their toes. Logan came up big there and was probably the best penalty killer on that opportunity.
Big saves for the big goaltender for sure. Now going the other way, Coates with a good butterfly-style save on that one, and he's just going to pick up the rebound.
We call that the Carey Price suck it up drill. We spend a lot of time on trying to take that gut trap play to make sure that we contain those rebounds.
Well, you definitely don't. Rebounds are often the silent killer. We saw that last night in the Voodoo's game. I shouldn't say silent killer, but if the team gets a secondary chance, your save percentage usually goes down big time. And
I would agree.
And we saw that big time in the Voodoo's game against French River last night. LaFontaine now with a chance. 2:15 left on this power play. And the Trappers get to it and send it down the ice. Larondo to play it. Flips the puck down. Right back for McAllister. McAllister in. Sends the puck to the middle of the ice, but that one's picked off and sent back the other way. Now Larondo to play the puck. Gravel with it. Gravel with the puck behind his net as he waits for his mates to set up. 1:50 now on the man advantage as Bahari still sitting. Brownlee walks in. Couldn't quite get a chance off though. Now the U18 Trappers send the puck down the ice, killing some more time. 1:35 left on the man advantage. Picked off now by Brunton as he takes a hit. Still has the puck as he worms his way to the front of the net, but the puck's finally knocked off his stick. And now the U16 Trappers going the other way. Montreux walks in, turns around, drop pass. It's picked off by the U18 Trappers. And that's Lockhart who gets it to Brunton, and Brunton just dumps the puck down the ice. 1:10 now on the man advantage. Big opportunity here for the U16 Trappers to go up 1-0 if they get the chance on the power play. They looked dangerous in the first minute or so, but now the U18 Trappers have settled down. A minute left, 14 minutes left in the period, 0-0 between these two teams. Now the U16 Trappers walk in. That's going to go for offside though. And we'll get a stoppage here with 50 seconds left on the Bahari penalty.
If you're wondering why they only introduced the U18 Trappers at the beginning of the game, of course, this is the U18 AAA's home game, so that's why they were introduced and the U16 Trappers were not, for those out there maybe wondering about that.
Well, they'll get their home opener soon, and they'll get all the pomp and circumstances that comes with it. Pomp and ceremony, I should say. And the puck back to the blue lines for Burnett. Takes a shot. That one's blocked by about two bodies as it goes into the corner. Battling in the near side. They come away with it. Out front. Good chance there. Just whistles it wide. As they were sitting in the slot, ready for a good chance. Siegel gets the puck down the ice. Head was chasing after it, but Dale gets to it. Now 15 seconds left on the man advantage here for the U16 Trappers. Dale gets it forward. Segan Hutchison gets the puck behind the net and dumps it down the ice. That should kill off what's left of this man advantage here. The U16's in their own zone. Turn around and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Now Burnett with the puck. He just chips it in. Segan Hutchison sends it around behind the back of his net. Back to the point. The U16 Trappers concede the line and go back to their own zone. Burnett. And I'll have to see if there's any momentum created by that for the U18 Trappers on this. Or if the U16 Trappers are able to pick up where they left off offensively. Bahari sends the puck down. Brassard just missed it. He takes a big hit, and he tumbles down. Now the puck knocked out of play as it hit a body off a clearing attempt by Laurent. And if we're going to talk about goalies, one thing that really kills me inside just slightly, when it comes to like just little things, Laurent's wearing 31. We have Graydon Joseph, who's wearing 70. My first goaltending hero was Curtis Joseph, and he wore 31. So it's really weird for me to see a Joseph wearing a 70 instead of a 31.
Well, and I'm going to date myself. My goaltending hero, Mike Palmatier, wore number 29.
Well, there you go. Must have been fun to watch him in the Leafs Centennial game until he fell and hurt himself on the one save that he made.
Yeah, true. And you know, I always say, Courtney, maybe outside of Formula One racing, I can't think of any other position in sport that has changed more dramatically than being a goalie in ice hockey. Because I think playing back in the early 70s and early 80s, and if you were to go back and watch, Chris Dawson is always sending me retro goalie videos. You just take the time to do that, and you will just be absolutely amazed at the evolution of the position.
It's absolutely wild. Where goalies want to be more stand-up before. I mean, that's what happens, I guess, when you're not wearing masks.
That's true.
and now it's become a very more up-down position than it was where you just mostly stood up before.
Yeah, we'll have to dig into that as the telecast goes for sure.
U18 Trappers back on the attack here. As that's Strawny with it. He's knocked down, though. Starvik battling for it. He throws a high hit. No call coming on that. Now the U16 Trappers try to get it down the ice, and they do. LaFontaine walks in, takes a shot. Coates with the blocker save. And the U16 Trappers, another chance, just whistles wide of Coates' net. Now we have some rough stuff again. Bahari mixing it up once again, as that'll be a penalty against him for sure. And we'll have to see if LaFontaine gets anything too.
I don't think Coach Josh Dale is going to be real happy with that. Again, discipline's at the heart of the matter for Coach Josh. And Aiden right now, I think, needs to become a bit more disciplined in his play. Giving up penalties like this and putting his team on the PK is not what Coach Dale is going to be looking for there.
It looks like there is LaFontaine going to the box too, so this might be two coincidentals, but Bahari was less than impressed going to the penalty box, so if you just watch his body language going in there. 11:36 left on the clock. It does look like we are going to get coincidentals on this one, so it will be 5-on-5 play. So the first whistle after 9:36 will be back out on the ice. U16 Trappers on the attack again. Dale with the puck behind the net, threw it out front, but it's picked off by the U18s. Down the ice now quickly. It's head with a chance, takes a shot. That's kicked aside by Laurent, and it was kicked right into a mass of bodies in front of him, and it sat there in the blue paint, but he was quick to get over and cover it up.
And Courtney, Owen Head is a player, having talked to a number of coaches over the last few days, he is a leader, and he's another one of the U18 AAA players that they have some high expectations for in terms of being a leader on the team this year.
Well, he's had some good looks here when he's had a chance to do so, as now a shot from the point is thrown on net and blocked aside by Laurent. Now another chance as the U18 Trappers go to work. Siegel tried to get a shot away. Knocked away. Now it's Proctor with it. Proctor takes a shot, blocked in front. Backhand chance, and that one just squeaks wide of the net. Brunton back into the corner now. And it's back to the point. Proctor tried to keep it in, but it rolled up over his stick, and he had to throw it back in, so the U18 Trappers had to leave the zone. A big hit thrown by Lockhart, but the U18 Trappers won't be able to get back on side until he gets his body over the blue line. Thrown in, Lockhart. Sent in, threw it cross ice. Battling for it. Still comes away with it somehow. And now the U18 Trappers with a chance, and that one's a big save by Laurent there as Brunton let that wrist shot go. It was a 3-on-1. Now Brunton again with a pickoff, and he fanned on his chances. A good stick knocked it away. Laurent kicked it aside. Back to Proctor at the point. Proctor with a shot, another chance, kicked aside by Laurent. Now the puck flipped down the ice by the Trappers. Proctor threw it back in for Brunton. It missed him, and now he'll go off for a quick change. As now the U18 Trappers had a few good chances offensively there. Montreux walking in. Goes cross ice. And that one, Coach just had to hug the post a little bit on that one, as the first attempt was kind of a bit of a knuckleball at him.
Yeah, a couple points here. First of all, good on Bruce Laurent, who's made a couple of good saves for his U16 AAA Trappers. And you can see on that particular shift, the U16 AAA boys were a little bit more on their toes and are trying to move that puck laterally on big Logan Coates. And we're basically trying to utilize some of the speed that Jeff Mancini is really wanting the boys to use.
U18s get the puck down the ice, with the U16s pick it up in their own zone. Now the puck in the neutral zone here. Burdette walking in. Looks to take a shot. That one's kicked aside by Laurent. Another chance, put just wide of the net. And now trying the wraparound attempt Wasn't successful for the U18s though. Puck still loose behind the net. U16s just dump that down the ice, and that'll go for icing. As indeed it does. So now the U18s will have another offensive zone draw as Bahari and LaFontaine are let out of the box.
You know, Courtney, our U16 AAA boys, they have to get used to playing bigger, stronger guys and how to use their body and their stick position and how to leverage against these bigger players on the boards. And that takes some time. And I know Coach Guy Blanchard used to tell me he never, ever used to get too concerned about his team's development until Christmas. And that was always kind of a benchmark for him in terms of where his team stacked up against.
Yeah, one thing I've always heard while covering the battalion for all those years is Stan Butler always said there's no rookies after Christmas. So,
and that's very much in line with which Blanchard taught me over the years.
Puck sent in from the point, tipped wide of the net. Yeah, everyone can be world beaters in the first half of the year. It's how are you down the stretch on the second half. Broussard with the puck now in his own zone. Threw it back to his man, and now puck sent down the ice. That will go for, no, it won't go for icing rather, as the Trapper, U18 Trapper, is going to beat it out, but LeRon played it. Now the puck out in the middle of the ice for Broussard. Nifty little move there to buy himself some time. Now it's to the near side. Starvik was battling for it. Now Burnett comes away with it. Gets it over to the far side, and now the puck flipped towards the middle of the ice, and a good chance there, just put wide. LeRon might have got a piece of that with the knob of his stick. And now the puck kept in by the U18 Trappers, sent towards the net, blocked aside by LeRon. Puck back down the ice for the U16s. And that does have the legs for icing, so we'll get another offensive zone draw here with 7:51 left in the first period. No score between the U16 and U18 Trappers.
I think Coach Mancini will be talking to the boys coming off of that shift, and that I think he's going to want the boys to be a little stronger on the puck. Again, playing on their toes, a little bit better puck pursuit, a little bit of standing around in that particular possession by our U18 AAA team.
Puck down the ice, Coates plays it. And he sends it back down the ice as now the U18 Trappers get a chance here as Moore walks in. Moore threw it cross ice, but it was picked off by the U16 Trappers as now they're trying to get out of their zone. They do, but knocked off the puck by Head as now he has possession. Head sends the puck down the ice. He must have been watching some battalion games a couple of years ago when the troops used to use that, using a little kick plate to their advantage. And it almost worked out, as now with the offensive zone presence was the U18 Trappers, but they gave the puck away. Still not out of the zone, though, as it's sent back in. LeRon calmly sticks that one aside. Now the U18 Trappers still with possession in the zone as it flips up. Proctor got it back in. Another chance from the point, blocked by the U16s. And the puck comes loose. Going the other way, U16 get to the red line, dump it back in. Coates has to play that as it's in on his net. Proctor behind the net. U18 Trappers now with possession in their own zone. Down the ice, it's given away but to Grant. Now another chance here for the U18s. Walking in, takes a shot. That one missed wide. Still battling for possession. The U18s give it up, though, to Dale. Dale gets it down the ice. Dale into the offensive zone, tried to find his man in the middle of the ice, and now that missed his pass, and down with speed is Lockhart to Brunton. Brunton with a chance, big save by LeRon. Sagan Hutchison back in for Lockhart. Lockhart battling for it. Couldn't quite get it, though. Sagan Hutchison golfed it back in. Brownlee plays it to his other man, but it's quickly down the ice for Deck. Deck in his own zone. Sagan Hutchison. Back to Deck cross ice. And that one's going to hit a stick and go down the ice, so no icing there. As the U16 Trappers with 5:40 left in this first period take the puck down the ice again. Smith walking in. Smith from the outside goes around behind the net. Smith going for a skate, throws the puck towards the net. Coates calmly kicks that one aside. And the puck rolls back in on Coates, who just calmly picks it up and gets the whistle.
Well, I have to say, again, being a little bit goalie-centric, so far the story has been both goalies who've made some really good saves on both ends, Bruce Laurent and Logan Coates. So, again, you know, it's really hard to play a competitive hockey game if you don't have solid goaltending, and hats off to both goalies who are basically steadying their teams.
Yeah, Coates was the busier one through the first bit of the period. Now it's turned to Laurent as the U18 Trappers have gotten their legs under them. Always tough to kill off a big penalty, though, to start a game like that, especially with a double minor, as the puck still in U16 Trappers territory. LaFontaine with the puck. Gets to Burnett. Burnett with a shot. That one's high and over the net. Now the Trappers, if they hurry, have a 2-on-1. Going the other way, Head walks in. Head with a shot. Kicked aside by Laurent, and the puck is out of play, so we'll get a stoppage in play here with 4:52 left in the first period.
Good job by number 11 for the U16 Trappers. Good awareness on the back check to pick up that trailing defender. And, you know, early in the season, we're seeing some good discipline with the systems, and it does take time for coaches. This is a development league. It does take time for that development, but now we are seeing some kids that are picking up their assignments and are showing some good hockey IQ.
Puck won by the Trappers, back to the point, takes the shot. That one's blocked before it could get to the net by Starovic. Now the puck into U18 Trappers territory, but quickly they recover it and back on the attack they go. Sent to the middle of the ice, Broussard with it. To the near far side, saved there by Laurent. He just covers it up. Get another stoppage here. 4:33 left in the first.
I want to give a little shout out to the parent group for the U18 AAA team. You know, one of the things Coach Dale really wants to bring to this team is a real sense of family. And, you know, when you came into the rink today, we had music outside, we had jerseys, we had a nice recognition of the Truth and Reconciliation Day for tomorrow. So hats off to the parent group who's quite active and is doing a great job early in the season here with the team.
Bahari tries to keep the puck in. He does. I'll expand on that in a moment, too, when we get another whistle. But play back underway. Bahari, who spent a lot of time in the penalty box this period. Haven't seen a lot of him out there. Might have just got away with another one. Sends the puck in deep. Puck to the near side. Battling for it. That was Colbert. But he was knocked off the puck. Right back out. The U16 Trappers now get a chance. Smith, who's been all over the ice for the U16 Trappers this period. Had a couple of good looks on the power play to start the game. He's out there along with Dale. Still battling for it. Coming away with it, though, is the U18 Trappers up to Colbert. Colbert back to Bahari. Bahari sends the puck out for Colbert. Colbert has the red line, decides that he doesn't like what he sees, so he dumps the puck in and allows his mates to chase after it, but that'll go for icing. So we'll get another stoppage here, but you talk about trying to make it a family environment. The U18 Trappers last weekend had a golf tournament, and I can't remember the last time I've seen a Trappers team put on a golf tournament like that. So that was a fun event to be a part of. Everyone had a good time. And
yeah, and I told Mike Brito, I was in the morning group, and if I see anybody playing my red Bridgestone balls, I want them returned to me, because I gave a lot of them up to the bush, Courtney.
I bet. One of our friends, Harrison Clements, who does a lot of work for us on the front line, he, good chance here as it floats in on net. I'll finish up that statement here in a moment, too. The U16 Trappers now with a couple of good chances, but Siegel gets the puck out. Now Lockhart walks in. Lockhart takes the shot. He put that short side and wide. Now the puck back in behind the net. Still battling for it. Lockhart all over his man. But the puck's down the ice. Now the U16 Trappers pick it back up at their blue line. Burnett with it. Sends it in, but the U18 Trappers pick it up. 2:40 left here in this first period. Still no score between these two teams. Coates plays the puck behind his net. It's always weird in this league, too, because there's no trapezoid rule, but the trapezoid's here for the OHL, and you think, oh my goodness, they can't go out and play the puck, but obviously they can. Now the puck in deep for the U16 Trappers. But the U18 Trappers keep it in the zone. Brunton with it, takes a shot, saved by Laurent. Earlier we were in the afternoon group, and Harrison, when we got to the Highview that day, said, I need to buy a box of balls. I only have 9. So Harrison bought a box of balls. He found balls on the course, but he still finished the day with 9 balls.
Wow. Well,
that's how many he lost.
Yeah. And, I do want to give a shout out to Mike Brito and all the managers for our teams. There's an awful lot of managers that put in a tremendous amount of time, doing the paperwork. And Next Whistle will tell a story about Mike Brito doing a little bit of work overtime yesterday.
Looking forward to it, Mr. Brito. Dale with a chance. Puck shoveled on Coates' net. He makes a big save there. Now Proctor going the other way. Proctor gained the blue line, dumped it in. It hit a body, though, so it didn't go in deep. Now the Trappers turn around and whack the puck behind the net. U16 Trappers settling up. Burnett got in the way of the dump out, though, and now it goes to Head. Head walks out, short side, takes a shot. Laurent got his blocker on it, made the save. Now Proctor back to the blue line. Sent back in, another blocker chance, now rebound chance. Good block by Brownlee to negate that chance, as Head would have had a bit of an opening there. Puck down the ice. Montreux with it. Brownlee picks it up, though, in his own zone. 1:10 remaining in this first period. Smith with the puck. Gets it to Montreux. Montreux with the shot, and he whistles that one wide on a heavy shot past Coates. Still battling for it. Pass into the skates of Montreux, though, or else he was in a prime shooting position. Broussard gets the puck, flips it out. Strawny tried to get to it, but he was just out of his reach. Now he does pick it up behind the net. Carries it out. Tried to throw it out front for his man, but couldn't quite get the pass to connect. The puck in the far side corner. Back to the point. 30 seconds remain here in this first period. No score between these two teams. And the puck back down the ice as the U16 Trappers had a good chance there, but it would have been offside. Broussard battling for it. He's taken to the ice on a big hit by Dubroy. Puck in. Smith on the sharp angle. Decides to go for a skate out front, and the pass couldn't just quite be connected there as the U16 Trappers with a gorgeous chance there. Try and break this deadlock. Now the puck back out front. 3 seconds remain. And the puck back to the blue line. That'll do it here for the opening 20 minutes here in this game. Nothing between the U16 Trappers and the U18 Trappers. But quickly before we go to break, you had said he had a story about Mike Brito.
Yeah, well, you probably noticed that Carson Ruddy is not suited up today, and Carson is out on concussion protocol, and so we were looking to get another goalie, and we brought in AAA pedigree goalie and former Trapper Owen Haru, but in order to do that, to sign him, there was some considerable paperwork that needed to be done, and so Mike was able to accommodate that, and so we're happy to have Owen Haru, who's got a long history with our Trappers organization, and he's in there to fill in until Carson can get the okay to come back.
Lots of work indeed. I see it. You can see it with Chris Dawson at the Voodoo side of things too, always having to fill out paperwork to get his new players ready to go. But that'll do it here for our first 20 minutes of play. We'll be back on the other side of this intermission with more U18 Trappers hockey.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back inside North Bay Memorial Gardens for period number 2 between the U16 AAA Trappers and the U18 AAA Trappers. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Goalie Resiliency's own Dr. Rob Graham, who's been along for the ride for the first period. And, well, let's talk about goaltending, because that seems to be the theme. What did you like about the goaltenders in that first period? Because both were pretty active.
Well, I mean, as a goaltender, your job is to keep your team in the play and the game at all times, and I think both goalies, Bruce Laurent and pad boy Logan Coates, did what they were required to do. I think Coach Mancini will be happy with the 0-0 score. I think he's going to want to see his team actually get on their toes and get after it a bit more. I do think that the U18 AAA Trappers, they're going to want to close the gaps a little bit quicker on our U16 AAA team and play with a little bit more urgency. So I think we're going to see both teams coming out here in the second period with a little bit more urgency. And I think the Butterflies should now be out of the stomach. And now it's time to see what you got.
We'll have to keep an eye on Aiden Bihari and see if he had a bit of a talking to, too, to stay out of the penalty box maybe for the U18 Trappers. But we are underway as the U18 Trappers in their home reds are going left to right this period, and the U16 Trappers with the road whites are going right to left, as there's a big stop right there by Laurent right off the hop, 11 seconds in.
Yeah, and again, really good job by Bruce there as their goaltender, and focused right off the go. And let's see what Benny Bruton can do. He had a couple good shifts and had a couple good opportunities. We need the leadership group from the U18 AAA team to kind of step up and show that commitment and discipline that Coach Josh Dale is looking for.
Well, Brenton just put the puck down back into his own zone off the faceoff. He won it so well, it went all the way down the ice. Colbert with it. Down the ice with some speed. Walks in. Looks to throw the puck towards the middle of the ice. No one was there, though. And now Moore has the puck. Puck sent back in. Just floated through the zone. Nobody could pick up that one. Back to Cullen. Cullen throws it in. Goes around behind the end wall. And now, with a chance out front, the U16 Trappers collect the puck, but it's given up immediately to the U18 Trappers, and then a nifty little pass, couldn't find his target. And down the ice, the puck goes back to Segan Hutchison. Puck in action now for the U16 Trappers. They walk in, taking the shot, and Coates had to be strong on that one. Big save there as the netminder is tested early. Back to the point, Knoll keeps it in. It's in the corner now. Trappers knock the puck back down the ice. Now it's a bit of a foot race trying to get in. The U16 Trappers get to it first in their own zone. Battling on the near side half wall. Had lost possession though, and now the U16 Trappers try to walk out. Brownlee threw the puck into the corner. Oh my goodness, another chance there as Laurent swiped at the puck and nearly missed it as Head tried to put it on net. Far side. U18 Trappers battling in their own zone with the U16s. Puck back to Brownlee. Brownlee takes a shot out front. Good chance there. And what a save by Logan Coates on that one. On a bit of a broken down play there by the U18 Trappers that led to a turnover for the U16s.
And I think both the defensive cores for the U16 AAA and the U18 teams, there's some sloppy outlet passes by the D. And I think coaches are going to be talking to the D. There's got to be better level of commitment, better heads up, and they cannot be making those type of very soft, weak passes out of the zone as they are.
Well, there's an outlet pass there. That was more crisp. And now they just can't quite get any offensive zone activity right now, and that's the U18 Trappers. As they are able to keep it in. Back to the point now. Chance from the point. Blocked by the U16s. And puck back down. Buckman got it. Sends it in. Now it's back out by the U16s. Buckman with a good stick on that one. Negated a good chance there. Franzen had the puck for a moment, but it was knocked away from him. Down the ice now, Lockhart picks it up. Lockhart with some speed walks in. Leaves it for Brunton. Brunton with the shot. Blocked aside by Laurent. Now the puck back to Siegel at the point. Siegel with a shot. That one's blocked by Laurent, and now the puck finds the back of the net. Ben Brunton on the rebound. Puts it past Laurent.
Well, it was just a matter of time before Big Benny Brunton actually, was rewarded for some of his efforts. He's been one of the U18 AAA Trappers that's had about 3 or 4 opportunities, and he was in the right place at the right time and was able to kind of put that rebound past Bruce Laurent.
Rebounds the killer again. 1-0 U18 Trappers. As Knoll with the puck off the draw. Sent down, Dubroy with it. Dubroy walks in. Turns around. Still battling on the near side corner, though, as the puck comes loose. Dale got to it. Couldn't really get a hold of it, though. Now as the U18 Trappers send the puck back down the ice, and if they hurry, they'll have a 2-on-1. Walking in, good chance there. Just whistled that one wide. Heavy shot there as you heard it hit the end wall. And the puck back behind the net. Storney that had the shot. Now left in the zone. Coates has it, plays it up for his man. Now going the other way. The Trappers again. Broussard gains the red line, dumps it in. Puck goes around the end wall. Storney with it. But he gives it away to Burnett. Puck going down the other way for the U16 Trappers. They try to get a chance, but they're muscled off it on the wall. Now on the near side. Still battling for possession. Storney tried to get to it, but he's knocked off the puck. Out front, good chance there. It's put wide of Coates' cage, though. Now the U18 Trappers try to dump the puck out. They do. It's just out as Burnett tried to keep the line, so now the U18 Trappers are going the other way. Storney couldn't quite catch up to it. And now Brownlee going the other way. Brownlee walks in over the line. Takes a shot towards the net. That one never made it. Another chance on the rebound. Good save by Coates. Another chance. They score. Brownlee ties it up at 1. After 3 or 4 cracks at it, the U16 Trappers are able to get one by Coates.
And Courtney, I was just about to say the gap control by the U18 AAA defense. They're collapsing in on Logan, and Logan essentially did his job there. In the end, making 2 saves, but again, that gap control by our U18 AAA defense and kind of collapsing in on it. I think that our D's going to want to kind of tighten that up a bit.
Almost 5 minutes gone here. 2 goals scored in this period. 1 for both sides. The U16 Trappers just tying it up, though. As that's Carter Brownlee who picked up the goal here. Colbert going cross ice for Moore. Moore chasing after it. Got it to Brunton. Now the puck back to the point. Blocked at the blue line, but it still comes out front. U16 Trappers tried to spring a man, but it was picked off by the U18s. Now Brownlee, the goal scorer, with it. Gets up to McAllister. McAllister, his chance to get out of the zone, picked off by Moore. Moore took a shot right into the shin pad of McAllister. And now a battle along the near side wall. 14:30 left in the second period. Puck comes out to McAllister. McAllister gets the puck down the ice, and now Montreux tries to get to it. Puck back to the blue line, though, and it's out as Burnett picks it up over to Knoll. Knoll sends the puck down, missed his man, so that should go for icing, and indeed it does. So now the U18 Trappers will get an offensive zone draw.
You know, Courtney, in 21st century goaltending, you know, Mitch Korn, the very famous NHL goalie coach, always said nothing under, nothing through. And the way you normally score on big goalies today is to try to move them laterally or to kind of force a rebound. And we've just seen both of these goals have been the result of a down low shot with a rebound given out that essentially has resulted in a goal.
And that's why you host goalie resiliency. You pick up on that stuff. I don't. So I'm just here saying put your body in front of it.
Well, in the end, you know, it's all about stopping pucks. And sometimes, you know, we get a little bit over technical. But, you know, in working with Coach Nate McDonald, OHL North Bay Battalion goalie coach, sometimes, you know, we have these talks where we say, in the end, boys, it comes down to you don't get any style points. It's about stopping pucks. And sometimes we lose sight of that.
Buckman with the puck, going cross ice. Now the shot on net. Another chance there off the rebound. The Trappers score. Owen Head puts them back up 2-1. Rebounds, rebounds, rebounds.
And case in point right there, right? Shot down low. Bruce had a hard time handling that. Rebound comes right out to the slot. And that's how you score. You move your goalies laterally, dot to dot, try to get the moving to open up space, or in that case, you know, you give out a rebound into a bad area and try to capitalize. So all three goals have basically been a result of that.
Nothing through the first 20 minutes of this one. 3 goals through the first 6.5 minutes of this second period. Bit of a different style of game, it feels like, here in the second period as Cullen gets the puck out deep. Another chance, big save. Laurent is behind him, as he got probably 98% of that shot and the puck was found behind him. It's now suddenly 3-1 U18 Trappers.
Yeah, and I guess our U16 AAA boys there on defense, again, unfortunate. I thought Bruce had that, but they're going to want to try to get back on their toes, as Coach Mancini has been professing, and try to get back get some energy. I think it's next shift, best shift, and try to get some flow back into their game.
Cameron Lockhart, the beneficiary of that one. Now, number 11, probably one of the best names I've seen on this U16 Trappers team, Jansen Franzen, as now there will be a delayed penalty against the U18 Trappers, so the U16s will have a chance to get this game back to within a goal here on the power play. A little bit of jawing, too, going on after the whistle as Lockhart goes off into the box right now for...
And I'm not sure that's what Coach Dale wants to see after getting a 3-1 lead, to go on to a PK when you're starting to build momentum, and now you're back on your heels on a PK. So I think Coach Mancini and his staff will be hoping his boys can use some of their speed and maybe generate a little bit of positive mojo on this power play.
LaFontaine with a shot. That one stopped there by Coates. Rebound chance turned aside by the goaltender. The puck's still loose. Now battling for it, Bahari behind his own net. Puck does come out to the far side. McAllister with it, gets it back to the point for Brownlee. Brownlee couldn't keep it in the zone, though. And now the U16 Trappers will have to regroup. Puck on the far side. McAllister through the middle. Throws the puck towards the middle. It's picked off and sent all the way down the ice to kill off some time here for the U18 Trappers. Laurent with a pass up the ice into the neutral zone for his mates. And that was nearly picked off by the U18 Trappers. And now Brownlee picks it up in his own zone again. Brownlee comes out from behind his net. Gets it up for McAllister. McAllister up for Robinson. Robinson going cross ice. Couldn't quite get it to LaFontaine. Now it's back to Brownlee. Brownlee again nearly lost the line, but he's able to keep it in. McAllister on the far side. No, sorry. It's Robinson on the far side. The puck comes out. Good chance there for McAllister, but a great defensive block there by the U18 Trappers negate that chance. 30 seconds left on the power play. Here now for the U16 Trappers. Back to the point. Brownlee with a chance. Now he couldn't quite corral that pass as he just dumps it right back in. McAllister picks it back up, gets it to Brownlee. 15 seconds remain on the man advantage. Back to McAllister. McAllister to the middle of the ice. Couldn't quite get a shot on net. Now it's to the near side for Robinson, and the puck just comes out. That should bring us back to 5-on-5 hockey. As the U18 Trappers just pick up the puck in their own zone, or rather go in and take a quick shot on the run, and we are back to 5-on-5 as they successfully kill another penalty here.
So a couple things on that power play. First of all, I like what the U16 AAA team were trying to do, moving that puck laterally. They made a few good lateral passes and generated a couple scoring passes. Hats off to the penalty kill for the U18 AAA team, who did a really good job of putting sticks into lane.
Now a chance here for the U16 Trappers with some speed down the ice. Takes a chance. That one floats high and wide of the net. As there was some speed on that play for sure there by Montreux. Puck to Colbert. He gives it up, but it's picked up by Moore. Now Colbert out of his zone, or out of the corner. Gets it back to the point. Kicked aside by Laurent, though. 10:20 remaining here in the second period. 3-1 U18 Trappers lead. Battling on the far side, Brunton, who got the goal scoring started. Got it back to the point. The puck goes cross ice here. Knoll. Back. Burnett picks it up in his own zone. And now it's out. Moore couldn't hold the line, though. And now Cullen picks it up. Jackson Cullen throws the puck in from the point. Kicked aside by Laurent. Moore. Back to the point for his mate. Gets it to Buckman. Buckman had the puck knocked off his stick. Now Grant picks it up. Grant takes a hit from Colbert. Now Buckman activates himself, walks in. That'll go offside as Colbert was just half a step ahead. That would have been a dangerous 2-on-1.
Yeah, I think our U16 AAA team, once they gain some confidence on the back end in terms of moving pucks, getting outlets, and getting the puck out of their end more effectively, I think that's really going to help them. There seems to be a little bit of trepidation, a little bit of awkwardness on the back end sometimes, and maybe some really soft plays. But I think as they gain some confidence, that's going to tidy up a bit.
Head keeps it in the U16 zone, but not for long. As the puck comes out, now Buckman has the puck at the red line, dumps it in. It hits Brownlee, or rather Gravel. So it didn't get in deep, and now the U18 Trappers do get the puck in deep. Battling for it on the far side there. Puck comes out, but the U16 Trappers pick it up. The U18's out front. Good chance there. No goal, they say. Head had it. I thought that bounced around. It looked like it went in. Everyone seemed to think it went in, but the referee says no goal. Owen Head with the shot there from the slot. And what a rip did he have right there, too.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, and I also thought that was in.
Now Gravel steps to the outside. Puck is kicked towards the net, though, off the pass. And Coates couldn't quite get to it. And now we'll get some rough stuff after the whistle here, as the U18 Trappers and U16 Trappers renew hostilities behind the net.
Yeah, and this is that time in the game, Courtney, discipline, really important for both teams. And I think even at the U18 AAA level, that whole, the teams that can actually maintain composure and discipline and stay out of the penalty box, such an important part of the game, and learning how to maintain your composure. And again, something that Coach Dale is really adamant about, and I'm sure that Coach Mancini is also schooling his players on.
Well, we have a couple of guys in the box. We have Jansen Franson for the U16 Trappers, and it looks like also Carter Brownlee. And then for the U18s, we have Ezekiel Proctor and Tyler Burnett. So again, offsetting penalties here.
Zeke Proctor's an interesting story. This is his first year playing AAA, and he made tremendous progress over the summer, having never played at the AAA level. And, if you're a young person that, has their goal to play at the AAA level. Zeke Proctor is a story of a kid who's worked tremendously hard to get to this level, and I think he's acquitted himself quite well today out there, Courtney.
He's looked very good for sure. He has he's made some noticeable plays from the back end as well.
And, you know, outside of goaltending, who you and I will both admit most difficult position in all of sports, you know, playing defense at any level in ice hockey is also a really, really challenging position. You have forwards coming down on you. You have to have a really high pain threshold, head on a swivel. And, you know, there was one OHL coach and scout told me that the ability to make an outlet pass, that first pass out, is such a critical skill. And again, we're seeing some of our young D out here today that are struggling to make those solid, committed outlet passes. And that'll come with confidence, and that'll come with mentoring, and that'll come with coaching. And as Guy Blanchard said to me years ago, you know, Christmas time, that's the blueprint. So I would say, Courtney, if we cover another game in the next couple months, I think you're going to see some very different players by that time.
I think so as well. And Siegel now in the box as well, so the U16 Trappers are going to have a man advantage. But yeah, you always hear defensemen take a little bit longer to develop. You know, goaltenders and defensemen always take longer to develop when we talk about the NHL draft every year. That's what they talk about. And us here in North Bay have been very fortunate the last few years to watch arguably the two best offensive defensemen in their league, in Ty Nelson in the OHL and Alex Little in the NOJHL, play right here in North Bay and Powassan. So talk about outlet passes. As a pass comes in, coach kicks that one aside. You talk about outlet passes, those guys could put on a clinic.
Ty Nelson, just an absolute beast. Certainly enjoyed watching him.
2-on-1 here for the U18 Trappers. Good pass there. Lockhart just put that one wide, as that was a great chance for the U18 Trappers shorthanded here.
And I thought the D for the U16 AAA did a good job of coming back to post, allowing Bruce to take the shooter, and did a good job of kind of disrupting that pass. So good job.
It had to be a perfect pass to get to Lockhart, and he nearly batted it in, as he had to hit that one out of the air. And yeah, as you said, great defensive clinic there by the U16 Trappers. Burnett now with the puck, sends it across ice. Smith with it, chips it in, stops up on the half wall, and a player blows a tire over there, but the U18 Trappers having some struggles trying to get it out of their zone now. They finally do. 45 seconds left on the man advantage here as Proctor has been is the one penalized for head contact. Grant with the puck now into the U18 zone. Grant throws it towards the net. Coates just calmly sticks that one aside. Battle for it at the end wall. Puck still in there as it comes loose now to the near side. LaFontaine with it. Gets it back to the point. Rose sends it back in, but the U18 Trappers pick it up, send it down the ice off the glass. And Strong, he nearly had a chance there, but Laurent knocked the puck away from him. McAllister going the other way. We'll be back to 5-on-5 here as Siegel's actually out on the box. Proctor had the double penalty, as now a chance off the skate of McAllister. Laurent had to keep his head in the game on that one, as it was just right on net. That could have been a backbreaker right there. 6 minutes left. Knoll with it. Sends the puck back down the ice. And walking in are the U16 Trappers. McAllister gets to it. Out front, his pass missed his intended target, and now it's back through the neutral zone, and Rowe will get to it. Rowe down the ice for his man. There's Knoll with it, battling for it, trying to get it, will it forward. McAllister also in there as the U16 Trappers try to get a good chance, but the U18 Trappers negate it. Now going the other way. The Trappers in red dump the puck in and tried to get it out front, but couldn't quite. Now the puck's out of the U16 zone and down the ice. Picking that one up is Deck. Deck has it behind his net. Has a Trapper player all over him right away. That's Dale. Deck walking in. Has the puck knocked off his stick as he takes a big hit in the corner. Knocks him down to the ice. As the U18 Trappers once again pick up the puck in the U16 zone. Walking in now. Good chance there. Colbert just kind of skated in like he owned the place. Now another pass for Deck. It misses him, and it goes down the ice. Under 5 minutes left in the second period. 3-1 U18 Trappers lead. Dale tried to find Dubroy, but his pass couldn't connect. Now a good chance here, 2-on-1. And we'll get a stoppage here for too many men on the ice for the U16 Trappers, or maybe are they calling it against the U18s? I missed it.
I didn't see what happened there. I just saw some skates go over the board on the U16 side.
Yeah, it's the U16 side that's going to get us. So this will be the first power play for the U18s.
Yeah, I know that Coach Dale has talked a lot about the work he's done on the actual penalty kill. So now we'll get an opportunity, like you say, Courtney, to see the work they've done on their power play. U16 power play was really looking to move the puck laterally and some good puck movement. So we'll see what type of structure Coach Dale has on the U18 power play.
Puck comes out front. They couldn't quite get a shot away, though. As now it's back to Brunton at the point. Brunton sends it in deep. Battling for possession. Comes away with it, gets it back to the blue line again. Brunton with the puck. Now over far side, throws the puck up and over the net, hit off the glass behind the net. And now on the near side wall. Head with it. Head, who might have had a goal earlier this period, but the referee said no. Brunton now with it, who does have a goal this period. Gets it back to Head. Head with another shot. That one's stopped by Laurent. Rebound chance, it's in the back of the net. Ben Brunton with his second of the period and second of the game. It's 4-1 U18 Trappers.
And once again, Courtney, that was set up by a really good low shot down at the pads. Difficult for a goalie to contain. I think Bruce is kind of looking like he might have wanted to try to pick that off the ice with the Trapper, but a good first shot that, again, generated that rebound.
So the U18 Trappers are perfect on the penalty kill, and they're perfect on the power play so far. 4:05 left in the second period. 4-1 U18 Trappers lead. And that was a good goal there. Goal scorer's goal by Ben Brunton.
Just what the doctor ordered for Benny Brunton, who's really looking to have a kind of a breakout year and maybe prove some scouts wrong. And I know that there's a lot of high expectations he has for himself and certainly the coaching staff. So nice to see him be rewarded.
Well, that line could be very dangerous of Brunton, Lockhart, and Siegel. Of course, Lockhart drafted by the North Bay Battalion.
You know, and Lockhart's regarded as a power forward. He's a hard-hitting, he plays with an edge, and sometimes, with that edge, he's going to get some penalties. And I think with a power forward like Lockhart, you're going to have to kind of suck those penalties up, because if you try to take that edge away from him, then I think you take your game away from him.
Buckman keeps the puck in, throws it towards the net. That one might have been tipped on its way. And now the puck rolls in after the whistle. Laurent did make the stop as Starvik got right in there, and that's what started this whole little melee after the whistle. The U16 Trappers didn't really appreciate the extra whack at their goaltender.
Yeah, and again, discipline, and again, I don't think that extra whack is actually warranted. And I know, again, I've reiterated it here a few times that, again, that discipline at this stage of the game is really important. You've got a 4-1 lead, and I think you just got to kind of keep your head about you. And again, I know Coach Dale's probably going to be talking to the boys about that in between periods.
Evan Rowe in the box for the U16 Trappers. And Liam Starovic in the box for the U18 Trappers. Offsetting penalties, so they'll be back out at the minute, any whistle after a minute 06. It's 3:06 on the clock right now. Cullen with a shot, wound up, took the slapper, and that one hit a body and went wide. Now a weird bounce out almost in front of the net, but the puck is still loose for the U16 or U18 Trappers, but a good pick off there by Franson. Franson down the ice with some speed, stops up, tried to pass it back to his man, but instead Lockhart picked that one up. Brunton on hat-trick watch here. Walks in, through the puck towards Siegel. Now Siegel still has it in the near side corner. Puck comes out to Dale. Dale couldn't quite get it out though, as Franzen battling for it with Lockhart on the near side wall. 2:20 left here in the second period. 4-1 is the score for the U18 Trappers. Dale now 2-on-1 with Franzen. Dale walks in, takes a shot. He hit the post. He beat the goaltender Coates, but couldn't beat the post as now a high stick gets up and touches the puck from Franzen. And so that'll draw a whistle here from the referees.
And essentially, on a 2-on-1 and a play like that, Courtney, that's exactly what you want your D2 to do, is to come back to post, try to disrupt that pass. And Logan knows on that play that the man with the puck, that's his man. So, again, the post, your goalie's best friend, and we're going to say that Logie made the stop on that, Courtney.
In the stat sheet, he did. It didn't go in the back of the net, that's for sure. Head. What a good shot, though, anyways, from Dale. As the puck goes up, I thought he might have been a little bit offside there, but the referees say play on. That was Head. Might have been half a step in. Oh, big hit leveled there by Head on Burnett on McAllister. Wow, he just rolled over his man on that one. Puck on the far end now, battling for it. Comes away with it as the U16 Trappers. Deck gets to the puck in his own zone. As now the puck comes out for Head. Head couldn't quite get a piece of it, though, as he had a Trapper player all over him from the U16 side. Dale with it. Got the puck in deep, but Deck picks it up. Deck with a little dipsy doodle around his man. Couldn't quite pick it up, though. Brownlee sends it right back in. We're into the final minute now here of the second period. 4-1 U18 Trappers lead. Puck back and over the net. His coach looked up and over his net as he watched it sail over him. Now Deck sends the puck down the ice. That could go for icing, but it bounced out to Laurent's net. He did play it, but they still blow icing.
So the U18 AAA team obviously have a size and a physical advantage, and Coach Mancini said in a Bay Today article, that his young U16 AAA team is going to have to learn to adjust to that size difference and physicality, and so again, it's a process, and we're early into the season, and I'm confident that as they gain confidence and skill and kind of hockey IQ, that they will come to adjust to that. But right now it looks like our U18 AAA team is starting to use their physical advantage a little bit.
Puck down the ice. A delayed penalty will be coming here against the U16 Trappers as Brunton throws it on net. And the other thing, too, is you talk about U16 teams. Well, there's a lot of eyes on these guys, too, because this is their OHL draft year. They're going to have to come together. You can see the talent on the ice when you watch them. It's just a matter of putting it all together, right? And I mean, even if you don't get taken in the OHL draft, you can still have success, like a guy like Mason Rotundo moving right up to the Voodoos last year as a 16-year-old.
And Courtney, I always, when I work with my athletes on my mental growth and hockey life skills program, I really, really try to get the boys to just embrace the experience, chase the experience and not the dream. And if you can have that mindset of coming to the rink, enjoying the camaraderie of your teammates, and really try to embrace the daily experience of getting better, good things will happen. But you make a good point. For a lot of these U16 AAA kids, they're so hung up on the dream of getting drafted, it sometimes takes away from what I'll call the development process.
Lots of players looking to get drafted at the OHL draft, as that'll do it here for the second period. And I've talked to a few guys that have been talking about the experience of getting drafted, but the journey's not over there. Once you get drafted, then they say the quote-unquote real work begins, right? So but we'll have to see if any of these guys are going to be on some draft radars as the season goes on. But before we go to break, what did you like about that period for both teams, and what didn't you like?
Well, I think for the U18 AAA team, they're where they would expect to be, in the lead going into the third. I think Coach Mancini will, with his veteran staff, and of course Matt Rabideau, very well known and actually with OHL experience, he has a veteran coaching staff that is going to know exactly how to deal with his boys and help try to maintain their composure. And like we said, it's a journey, and I know that with that veteran coaching staff, he's going to be able to mentor these boys and get them ready for the third period.
Well, we'll have to see if the U16 team can turn it around in the third period, or if the U18 team can continue to put the gas down, as they currently lead 4-1 over the U16 Trappers after 40 minutes of play. I'm Courtney, he's Dr. Rob Graham, and we'll be back with more Trappers hockey on the other side of this intermission.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalieresiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back inside North Bay Memorial Gardens for the third period here between the U16 AAA Trappers and the U18 AAA Trappers. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Dr. Rob Graham as we get set for what could potentially be the final opening draw of the game. What are we looking for here in this third period?
Coach Mancini is likely told his players, boys, you're never judged by a bad game, a bad shift. You're always judged by your response to it. So right now, Coach Mancini's looking for a good response. As he likes to say, he wants to kind of release the hounds as U16 AAA teams. He wants them to play committed, and he wants them to play on their toes. Going back to what I've said all along, Coach Josh Dale is going to say, boys, this third period is about maintaining composure, and it's about maintaining your emotions and your defensive and offensive structure. So we'll see what both teams can bring here, Courtney.
Well, the U18 Trappers will start with a minute and a half on the power play as they currently have the puck. The U16 Trappers in this period are going left to right in their road whites, and the U18 Trappers in their home reds are going right to left. As the puck is in U18 Trappers territory, bit of some crossed wires here to start the frame as Sagan Hutchison has the puck, gets it to Lockhart. Lockhart skates around his man and skates in. Tried to sneak that one in up high, but couldn't quite beat the goaltender or the net as he missed it. And the puck back to the point again. Sagan Hutchison tries to throw the puck towards the net. It's blocked by the U16 Trappers, and down the ice it goes. Coates plays it out of his net, and he flips it up and out of danger. Brassard tried to pass it back, couldn't get it past LaFontaine. 30 seconds remain on the power play here as Grant still sits in the box. Now Lockhart with some speed into the U16 zone. Gets the puck, picks it up behind the net. Tried to get it to. And it's off a skate and in the net. It's now 5-1 for the U18 Trappers.
And that's Courtney, that's just, again, that physicality. Lockhart just kind of exerting his down-low physical presence, taking that puck, and an unfortunate bounce for Bruce Laurent there, and a fortunate goal. But it was set up by Lockhart coming down and kind of exerting his physicality and taking that puck to set that goal up.
What a goal there as Starvik gets to it. Again, as you said, just one of those things you kind of feel for Bruce Laurent on that one, as that was as unexpected as they come. Now Paquette with the puck in the corner, lost it though, and it comes out to DuBrois. Battling for it, Knoll picks it up with some speed into the U18 zone. He leaves it for his defenseman, and now DuBrois has it on the near side half wall. DuBrois takes a bit of a header. He's knocked down. And now Starovic gets his first as a Trapper. They're announcing here on the public address system from Mike Brito. Public address announcer extraordinaire, doing Voodoo's games as well. DuBrois, he actually has to do the music in Powassan, though, so he has two jobs in Powassan.
Multitasker.
Yeah. I have to keep his ego in check a little bit and say jack of all trades, master of none. Puck now out for the U18 Trappers as they come away with it. Try to stop up in the offensive zone. Now another play as a player takes a header in the far side wall. Bit of a chip on the net there, stopped by Laurent, and then we get a delayed penalty here against the U16 Trappers. So after scoring a power play goal earlier, we'll try to get one again.
You brought up music, and kind of in honor of our Truth and Reconciliation Day tomorrow. I know you're a drummer, and Courtney,
I like
I'm
to
a
pretend
drummer.
I am.
Right. Well, and Gord Downey being a very good friend to our Truth and Reconciliation and some of what's going on. And that I have the drum kit that the Tragically Hip toured with on their World Container album, and I have been backstage twice with the Tragically Hip, Courtney.
Just a little bit jealous, but I'll try not to let that get in the way.
Well, I've told you, you have the ability to come over and play that piece of rock and roll history, my friend.
I'm so excited.
And we're going to make that happen for you.
For sure. You'll never get me out from behind that kit. Head with a chance. Laurent with a save there. Now the net comes off its mooring.
So this is an important time right now, I think, for Jeff Mancini's team, right? In terms of maintaining their composure, trying to get some energy. Next shift, best shift. Good job on Bruce there to kind of maintain that and control the play. And again, we've talked about this is a development league for players, and the U16 AAA team. Next shift, best shift. Let's see what type of energy we can generate on this shift.
Burnett with the puck down low. Couldn't quite get the handle on it, though, now as the puck goes round to Broussard. Broussard has the puck at the point on the far side for the U18s. And the puck back to Broussard again at the point. Minute and 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Sega and Hutchison in deep for Lockhart. Puck does come out. Burnett tried to get to it, but now Lockhart gets it. Sends it over to his man. Broussard couldn't quite keep the handle on it, but he does keep the line, and now he picks it up. A little pass over to Sega and Hutchison, right back to Lockhart. Lockhart with a shot from the point was whistled wide of the net. Now the puck comes loose and all the way down into the U16 or U18 Trappers end. With 40 seconds remaining on the man advantage, Lockhart with a quick stop there, and he leaves the puck for his mates. Broussard with a head of speed through the neutral zone. Gains the blue line. Walks in all alone. Nifty move there by Martin Broussard as he tried to do it all himself on that one and just put it over Laurent's net. Now the puck on the near side half wall. 15 seconds left on the man advantage, and the puck goes out of the zone. And unless something happens here quick, that should do it for this man advantage for the U18 Trappers. Bahari with the puck behind his net. Stopped up for a second, and then he decided to carry the puck out. And he does. Deck with it. Goes cross ice. Leaves it behind the net. Now another chance as the U16 Trappers are off to the races here with a good chance. Montroy tried to get to the front of the net, couldn't quite get it. He sent a puck from behind the net. It was turned away by Coates. And now going the other way, the U18 Trappers, and there will be a delayed penalty here on the back half of that shift, as that'll see
and that
Owen
was
Head go to the box.
A good job by Aiden Bahari coming back to that puck, coming back to the post and taking away that scoring chance.
Sorry, Tyler Burnett with that. Yes, no, good play by Bahari for sure. And now the Trappers will be on the man advantage here, the U16 Trappers, that is, for 2 minutes or less if they score here. Battle for possession, back to the point. Smith with it now. Smith, who looked dangerous on a power play earlier in this game, leaves the puck out from behind the net. Nobody could convert on that one. Now another chance here as Dale gets to it. Dale leaves it back for Smith. Smith walking to the near side half wall, now into the corner, gets it down for Dale, who takes a hard hit behind the net. Now on the far side, comes out front, turning and spinning, blocked by the U18 Trappers. That was Dubroy with a chance. Puck comes out front again, and it's tipped down the ice, and the U18 Trappers will get some some pressure relieved here. A minute 15 left on the man advantage for the U16 Trappers. Smith with the puck. Walks in, goes cross ice, and now another chance is kicked aside by the U18 Trappers, and they'll quickly get the puck down the ice. U16 Trappers pick it up in their own zone. Turn back around, gets it up for Montreux, gets it to Dale. Dale's pass to Dubroy couldn't quite get the wire on that one. 6 minutes into this frame, it's 5-1 for the U18 Trappers. 45 seconds left on the man advantage for the U16s. Now the puck up to the near side is picked off by Cullen. But Cullen played it offside, so we'll get a stoppage of play here. Away from the U18 end.
I'm impressed with the U16 AAA power play. I like their puck movement. The players they have out there seem to have skills. They are playing on their toes, and they seem to really be trying to take advantage of that lateral pass to try to open up the goalie. So they've showed some considerable promise. Haven't maybe had the goals to show for it, but I think you're going to watch that power play add more power as it evolves.
Well, they've looked dangerous at times for sure in this game. And Logan Coates has done his job at keeping his team in it in the early going when there was that double minor in the first period. And the U18 Trappers haven't really looked back since. Now Franzen with a head of speed into the U18 zone. Another chance there. Robinson takes a shot. It's up in the air. And Coates gloves it down as it went up in the air, but he took a late hit as well as all the players kind of converged on that one area as he fell back into his net. And now the U18 Trappers come to the defense of their goaltender.
And I don't think Coach Mancini has a problem with that passion and, the boys kind of trying to show some pushback, get some energy. And you know what? Even though I'm goalie-centric, I didn't see that as necessarily a bad hit per se. He's pursuing the puck, and I think at this stage of the game when you're down the score that you are, I think that's what you're looking for from your players. So good on the U16 team.
You're trying to do anything and everything to create offense at this point, right? Especially on the power play. Speaking of the tragically hip.
There you go. Are they
there.
Listening to our broadcast?
They must be.
What's your favorite hip song, Courtney?
My favorite hip song, oh boy. There will be a double minor on the board here, too, against the U16 Trappers coming up. If I had to pick one, gun to head right now, it's either Nautical Disaster.
Okay.
Or I really like Scared.
Yeah, that's great. I'm 50 Mission Cat, buddy. I'm a big Leafs guy.
I was going to say.
Yeah, 50 Mission Cat for me all the way.
That's a great song for sure as the U18 Trappers get out on the power play here. But the thing is if finding Bill Barilko's body was what the Leafs needed to win a cup before, what do they need this time?
I'm not commenting. Talk to Mike Brito. I'm trying to convert him into a Leafs fan.
No, he's as stubborn as they come.
Oh, I know.
Habs fans, you. Puck down the ice as the U16s are able to clear it. And this kill will be important here for the U16s to try and keep themselves in the game a little bit. They're down 5-1 right now. This will be a good chance for them to try and keep this within striking distance a little. Brunton, who's on hat-trick watch, goes for a skate. He gets the puck in on Laurent.
And good awareness by Bruce there just to slow the play down and understand, that his team right now, that's part of his job. Not necessarily to play the puck there, just slow it down and try to control the energy and that shift.
Well, you talked earlier about how your goaltender is your most important penalty killer. We'll have to see if that holds true here. Back to the point now. Buckman gets it on the far side. You're starting to see some players that were out on the power play that weren't earlier in the game.
And I think we can see here with our U18 AAA power play, they have some work to do in terms of their level of commitment and in terms of their puck movement as compared to the U16 AAA team. And I'm sure Josh Dale will be looking at this game and looking at the power play and probably going back to work on it and trying to get a little bit more structure to what they're doing.
It'll be a fun team to watch. Both these teams will be fun to watch as they develop as the season goes on. Back to Head at the point. Head gets it in deep. Proctor tried to throw it out front. Now Head picks it up. Head going for a skate. Takes a shot. Laurent with the save. And he's going to cover it up. 2:06 left on the double minor here
and again, it comes back, Courtney, sometimes there are coaches that will say, it used to be back in the 60s and the 70s that, you just shot. All pucks were blasted at the net. But there are coaches today that actually, don't like to see you shooting unless you're in those high percentage score zones. And a shot on net is not necessarily always the best play, which is an interesting concept. That's a great shot by Bahari there, down low. Difficult for Bruce Laurent to control.
The rebound did come out, but the U16 Trappers are good to get the puck down the ice and kill some time. 1:40 left on this double minor here. Has the puck now up for Broussard. Broussard throws the puck cross ice. Good chance here for the U18 Trappers, but is blocked in traffic. Bahari with the puck. Got it in again. Now it's more battling for it. Good body there by Bahari to keep the puck in the zone as he got his body right up against the boards. Now the puck didn't come out over the line as Broussard now tries to dipsy doodle his way in. A good chance here in the slot, but Moore decides that he's going to turn around and just keep the puck alive instead of trying to go for a high traffic shot as Colbert throws the puck wide as it hit off a body. Bahari bats the puck back in. Now everyone's favorite play in hockey when the puck's stuck up against the boards. As they'll try to kill some time here. Almost 10 minutes gone in this third frame. Still battling for possession as they come out with it. A good chance there, blocked by the U16 Trappers. Colbert with a good chance walks in, takes the shot. He whistled that one wide of the net. And now the puck back out for Bahari. Now into the middle of the ice for Broussard. Broussard walks in. Looked to take a shot. He couldn't quite get into a shooting lane. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. That's going to go for Sega and Hutchison. He's going to get the puck back in. Now the puck out front. It almost came all the way out. Now it's to Cullen. Cullen to Broussard. Broussard takes a shot. Laurent with the save as he kicks it into the corner. Now the puck goes down the ice, and that'll kill off what remains of this McAllister penalty. And we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey here with 9 minutes left in the third.
A name you've mentioned quite consistently throughout our telecast is Broussard, and I'm going to be really interested to watch as he develops throughout the season. He seems to have some real good offensive awareness.
Big save there by Laurent, as that was a good play there to set up Liam Starovic, who couldn't quite beat Laurent, who made a big save there.
Yeah, that was a great save by Bruce. Really good down low save, stayed over top of the puck. Good for him to keep his team just at 5-1.
Getting ready for the offensive zone draw to the glove side of Laurent, or on the far side from this broadcast booth anyways. If you're doing Centennial games back in the day, though, it would be broadcast booth side, as that gondola still stands over there on the far side. It's one of the neatest little places here at Memorial Gardens. I got the chance to go up there a couple of years ago. Really cool sight line over there.
Yeah, that is a kind of a unique part of the building, and I guess a unique part of the history of the building.
I still remember back in the day, you can see them on some of Chris Dawson's old videos of the Centennials when there was curtains hanging up on the far end instead of seats.
That's correct, yes. Yeah, for sure.
Bit of a strange look for an arena. But hey, that's why it's in North Bay. Strongy got the puck around. Strongy now tries to throw the puck out front. Dubroy picks it off, though. And now the puck to Grant goes around. Dubroy picks it up. And he leaves it as it's going to go for offside. Almost 12 minutes gone here. 8:08 left in the third period.
So again, I think for our U16 AAA's team, they're going to want to go hard for the next 8 minutes. They're going to really want to try to squeeze something out of this game, something positive they can build on. And again, our U18 AAA team, they're going to want to remain composed. They're going to want to keep their structures and try to get out of this game, again with the win, obviously, but with some discipline to show for it.
Siegel had the puck, got it to Brunton. Now Brownlee picks it up. The lone goal scorer for the U16 Trappers here today. Took a big hit there in the corner. Now it's left out front. Good chance there for the U18 Trappers, but that one's turned aside by Laurent. Smith gets it to Robinson. Robinson walks over the line, took a shot. Couldn't quite get it through traffic, though. Now Knoll got it in deep. behind the net. Couldn't quite get the puck out into the slot area. Now the puck goes right back in behind Coates' net. Puck given away. Robinson picks it up. And then he lost the handle on it. Now it comes over to the near side for Siegel. Now Lockhart through the neutral zone. Back down. Buckman kept it from going through the neutral zone. But now the puck back on the stick of the U16 Trappers as they carry it in. That's Dale who tried to get a hold of it. Now it's back out for Montreux. Montreux walking in, couldn't quite get a shot away as he lost the handle. And the puck back to the point. Going cross ice. And they're tripped up there, but no call coming as Burnett gets to it in his own zone, or in the U16 zone. No, out front, good save by Laurent, as that was a good chance, as we've seen in a long time, for this U18 Travers team, as that's Tyler Burnett who had the shot away from the slot.
Good job by Bruce, finishing strong. 2 great saves to keep his team, down to 5-1. Again, I think the U16 AAA team on the back end are going to have to tighten that up as they go forward, and they will. I'm quite confident.
6:33 remaining here in this third period. 5-1 U18 Trappers lead. Now the puck out into the neutral zone. And it's given away to the U18 Trappers, but not for very long, as McAllister tried to get it in deep, and now it's given away again to the U16 Trappers. Good shot there, blocked aside by Coates. Now Broussard behind his net. Turns around, twisting and turning. Got it to Knoll, though. Puck sent in from the point. Blocked by a couple of bodies in front. Now the U16 Trappers turn around and try to get a shot on ice, or on net. Now a chance here for Paquette, but it'll be offside. Rose sends it to the far side to his man. And is sent down the ice once again. Back into U18 Trappers territory. Going cross ice. The puck bounced in on Coates. And he's just going to cover it up before he had a few words to say, as there was a bit of a scrum in front of his net.
These are both teams from North Bay. How cool is it, Courtney, that we're here kind of like watching 2 teams from North Bay. We've got, kind of like our U16 AAA. Next year, a lot of these boys will be moving on, and then our U18 AAA. So just an honor to be here covering kind of like the future of our North Bay hockey program right here. So really exciting, and we've got 2 great coaching staffs, and so I'm really excited to see where both of these teams can end up finishing this year.
Yeah, it was exciting watching the U18 Trappers a couple of years ago, and then getting to familiarize yourself with a couple of U16 players as well, who a lot of those guys from both those teams are now starring in Powassan with the Voodoos.
And I think it's really important to understand these are young men. These are this is really a development league, and we're fortunate to have some great coaches and some great mentors for these kids, and some great parents. And I think it's really important to kind of acknowledge the commitment of the parents in this journey as well, because I've been fortunate to be around and work with these teams for a long time, and I think these kids, trying to get them to be more gratitude and less attitude, and understand how important their parents are in this journey as well. So hats out to all the parents that spend many hours supporting their kids in this journey.
Yeah, loads of hours behind the scenes for everyone. That when you think about it, when you think of what the players have to put in, the parents have to put in just as much. The volunteers have to put in just as much. The coaching staffs have to put in just as much.
Well, I look at that U18 AAA golf tournament, and that was largely run by the parents, and hats off to Josh Dale for spearheading it. But there were many hours put into that, and manager Mike Brito, and it was just a great event. And so,
yeah, had a good time. We finished the day -3.
-3. Well, we had a -6, and it had nothing to do with me. So
don't worry, our -3 had nothing to do with me. So. You got to have one guy on your team that's pretty good at golf, and we had that in my buddy Pat Houghton.
Well, there you go.
So he basically single-handedly kept us -3. There's a good chance here for the Trappers. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, Court, I do a lot of work with mental edge with my goalies. I unfortunately, nothing in my toolbox was helping me with my game on that day.
Head goes cross ice, kicked aside by Laurent as he swiped at it. Yeah, golf is such a mental sport. As the puck comes in, golf and baseball, I find, well, goaltending, of course, but golf and baseball, because you'll get into a bit of a rut and you'll start changing everything to see if it'll work, and then, if anything, you might be running further from what's helping you.
Yeah, and you mentioned that, and that's one of the things, the evolution of Pad Boy, Logie Coates. We've been working hard. I think when you get to the U18 AAA level, sometimes it's not that the technical and the physical aspect, it becomes that psychological and mental. And I know Logan's been working hard on that, and he showed a tremendous amount of growth there. And I know it was the thing that kind of held me back in my day, so that's why I'm so adamant about it.
Puck comes in. Good save there by Laurent. Yeah, it's hard to kind of, I keep hearing about it from, goaltenders that I've interviewed, Joe Verbetic, Dom DiVincentis, all these guys that have started with the battalion, Mike McIver. There's a good chance now for the U18 Trappers is turned aside by Laurent. And they talk about how much the next goal is the one that matters. You can't care about the goal that just happened, right? So,
well, I use a term, reset, refocus, re-energize. And I'm really happy to see Bruce Laurent finishing strong here. He's made 3 really good saves, and he's not quitting on his team, and he's not quitting on himself. And that's the sign of a goaltender there that I like to see.
Puck flipped in by the U16 Trappers. 3 minutes remain here in this game, as it looks more and more increasing that the U18 Trappers are going to skate away with a home ice victory here. Puck sent back in, glove down by Coates, and we'll get another stoppage here with 2:52 left. 5-1 U18 Trappers lead.
Yeah, and at this period, we just want to finish the game off. We don't want any injuries. We want people to maintain emotions. And both teams, at the end of it, will go away with their different takeaways. For the U18 AAA team, I think they'll be happy to be up 2 wins early in the season. And for the U16 AAA team, with a great coaching staff and a veteran coaching staff, they know the work that will need to be done to get them to that winning level.
Delayed penalty called now against the U18 Trappers. I believe it's Bahari that's going to go. So the U16 Trappers will get another chance to try and get one past Coates here on the power play. Bring them to within a couple here with 2:42 left on the clock. Bahari might be in the doghouse after this one. He's been in the penalty box quite a bit, although not for a while. He was a lot in the first period, but
well, and I know Coach Josh with his discipline mantra. I think he has some repercussions for undisciplined penalties. So I don't know if the boys are going to want to see what the results of that will be next practice.
Still leading 5-1. The penalty kill has been impressive. Montreux. But you don't want to keep giving a team so many chances to try and score. As Brownlee can't keep the line, and now the puck goes all the way back down to the U16 Trappers zone. 1:30 left on the man advantage. Just over 2 minutes left in this third period. DuBrois down the ice. Walks in. Good stick there by Deck. Knocks it away. Comes away. Good chance there off. Hit some part of the netting, as you could hear the iron from up here. Now another chance. Smith takes a shot. Good save there by Coates, as he was able to direct that one behind the net. Or he might not have gotten a piece of it at all, but it looked like it changed direction in air. Now another chance. DuBrois cross ice. When it's whacked at towards Coates' net. Couldn't quite get a shot on net, though, as it goes behind. Now Burnett gets to it. Goes cross ice to his man DuBrois. DuBrois to the near side. Good stick there. Took it away from his man Dale. And now the puck knocked back to the blue line, but not out. Montreux with the puck. Goes cross ice off the skate. Big save by Coates, as he had to come across in the splits and get that. Another chance is blocked out front by the U18 Trappers, as Coates didn't know where that one was coming for. He just turned around and saw the shot attempt. And now we'll get another stoppage here due to another penalty with 1:05 left on the clock.
Well, and that's why I gave Logan the nickname Pad Boy, because his ability to take that low part of the net away with that big pad reach. But again, I'm really impressed with the U16 AAA power play. There is some power in that play, and And that lineup that Coach Mancini has out there, they're moving that puck laterally, and they are moving that puck with some precision. So I think if Coach Mancini's looking at today, I think right now he's ultimately, maybe he doesn't have the tallies on the board, but ultimately, you know, that structure of that power play, I think he will be happy with.
Well, their power play is over as it's Smith in the box now for the U16 Trappers. Final minute of play in this third period here. We have another 10 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey before the U18 Trappers will finish up on the power play. As now they carry the puck back in. Lockhart on the far side tried to reach for it. He couldn't quite get a hold of it though. As now the U16 Trappers turned it around, and now we do have a power play for the final 35 seconds here. Walking in for an attempt. Couldn't quite get it on Laurent. Another chance. Back out. Another shot. The goaltender's lost his stick now as that one rode over his net. Puck onto the far side. Pass comes out. It hits the goaltender's stick and goes away, so the loose stick might have worked to his advantage on that one. 15 seconds here left in this one as the puck comes out. And down the ice, LaFontaine picks it up. LaFontaine in his own zone. 5 seconds now. And the U18 Trappers will skate away with a victory here at home ice. 5-1 over the U16 Trappers at Memorial Gardens here on this Sunday afternoon.
Well, you know, in summary, I think, Courtney, I'm always going to give love. Logan Coates, I'm really proud of his effort. He had a very strong game. And I'm going to give some kudos to Bruce Laurent, who had to battle and grind and finish strong. He didn't pack it in. He kept his team in it. And then again, you know, hats off to Benny Brunton, who actually I think is going to be happy with a couple of those tallies. So, and Courtney, it's been an absolute honor and a privilege to be working with you in the booth today. This was a lot of fun, and I look forward, hopefully, to future opportunities to do the broadcast with you. It's been a ton of fun.
Likewise, sir. It was very fun indeed, and good game back here to get my feet back under me at the Great North U18 League. Just to watch, and I agree, both goaltenders, superstars in this one for sure, Logan Coates and Bruce Laurent. And Ben Brunton, he's going to be a force to watch out for here in this league. Anyways, that'll do it here for this one. Special thanks to our camera operator, Mike Brown. As always,
it's his birthday today,
It's his birthday every day.
Yeah, I thought
there's a hockey game
today.
anyways. He's got to be about 733 now at this point, or something like that. Anyways, and thanks to you, Dr. Rob Graham, for joining us here. If you want to check out more, check out the Goalie Resiliency podcast featuring yourself and Chris Dawson. It's always a good time to watch and learn some more about goaltending and all that fun stuff. And why we talk about goaltending so much on this broadcast, well, you can find it out there on that podcast. And I'm Courtney Kenny, and as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.